Hi, my name's Emma Willis. Today I will be reading the story of Molly and May, written by Danny Parker and illustrated by Freya Blackwood. Platform. Molly found May beneath a bench and they laughed. May found Molly in the newspaper shop and they giggled. Mum found them both playing with bubblegum and told them off. Too late. They were stuck. Timetable. 8:24 photographs. 8:32 balancing. 8:40 ballet. This story is a narrative. Narratives expose students to real-life lessons and encourage them to create meaningful connections between the story and their own lives. Through reading Molly and May, students in early stage 1 are able to recognise that narratives are a key style in conveying an important message, such as friendship or loneliness. This story follows the same structure as a narrative. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. There are train signs signifying the structure of the story. These train signs follow the same structure as a narrative. Point of view. This story is written in third person. Students are able to recognise different perspectives or voices that are represented in this book, such as Molly being rude and hurtful to her new friend May, and observing and viewing May's feelings of disappointment at how her new friend has treated her. In terms of position of the readers are positioned as observers, meaning they are viewing the book at a distance. When looking at authority, the author has complete authority over the text. This book has been published by a respectable source, Little Hare Books. The 4 main ideas presented in this story involve friendship, loneliness, forgiveness, and journey. Students may capture different themes when viewing this book. This could be influenced by the students' cultural backgrounds, beliefs, and social differences. Friendship is the main theme presented throughout the book and allows students to observe how to be kind to friends and the consequences or guilt one may feel when they are disrespectful to their friends. The train journey is a metaphor for the girls' friendship. It represents the girls' friendship as it travels through us in life. Design and relationship of the written and visual language. There is more imagery than written language on each page. This allows the readers to appreciate the paintings of each character and setting. The written language has big text and less characters for younger readers to easily follow on. The use of warm colours such as red and blue hues creates a sense of playfulness and happiness. Molly and May are energetic individuals and enjoy finding the joy in activities. The warm colours represent their characters. The illustrator worked closely with the author as there are train signages throughout the book to represent different moments in the journey, both with friendship and the train journey. Examples include the signal failure sign when Molly and May had their argument, and the bridge sign when Molly apologised for her inappropriate behaviour to May. Characterisation. The character I will be focusing on is Molly. Molly is a young girl who is curious about the world and is eager to make new friends and memories. She is welcoming and excited for her new friendship with May, and she invites May to play with her and come out from hiding underneath a bench. However, she can get a bit carried away and appear to be quite rude and bossy to her new friend. The author has not used words to describe Molly, rather the beautiful illustrations of her jumping, playing, smiling, and being cheeky allows the readers to assume she demonstrates these qualities. During the problem, where Molly and May have an argument, her facial expressions change to her eyes looking heavy and her smile has disappeared. This allows the readers to see beyond the written language and understand how Molly is feeling sad. Setting. The story is set at a train station and on a train. It follows the girls' journey through the countryside. As readers, we follow the girls on their journey, looking out the window with them. The setting and train are a metaphor for the girls' friendship. As readers, we follow the girls' friendship through the good and not so good times, watching the mood and the weather change. This scene from the text will be analysed as I really liked the composition between the visual effects and the mood between the characters. In terms of symbols, the gloomy landscapes are the main symbol in this image as it conveys to the viewer the mood and tone between the girls. The previous landscapes were bright and sunny compared to the dark and dreary landscapes in this picture. In terms of colour, the hues used are darker shades of pastel colours such as blues, greens and browns. This scene uses darker shades as the colours convey a change with the girls as they are arguing. Further analysis is referred to on this slide. I like how the author has used the train metaphor, referring to the bridge helping the girls to talk about the argument and to resolve the tension. The kindergarten students can be exposed to the resolution in the story, as well as mending friendships, just like fixing a bridge if it is broken. The lesson plans are catered for early stage 1 students. The first lesson involves the language study lesson, where students will practice their phonemic awareness through blending and segmenting vocabulary from the story. Words such as bridge, which is a tier 2 word, the students will blend the word bridge orally and write the correct spelling on their whiteboards. The second lesson involves a creative writing lesson. As the main theme in the story refers to friendship, students will write their own piece of writing about a character they have made up and their friend. Their story can reflect a fairy tale or other story they have heard before. The students will also do a think, pair, share activity for students to think of 2 characters. The teacher will model the writing. However, students are required to complete their own creative writing by themselves. The last study involves the oral study. Students will participate in a storytelling activity where they use puppets to convey the story of Molly and May. The students will use their puppets to convey their version of the story and have the opportunity to present this in the class. Storytelling allows the students to develop their oral skills through verbally expressing their comprehension from listening to the story. Be expected to write more than a page for their creative writing piece. Adding adjectives, conjunctions, and correct punctuation into their writing will extend the students and encourage them to increase their writing abilities. Supporting students will involve scaffolding. Students can sequence their creative writing idea by drawing the characters and writing a sentence or 2 regarding what is happening in each scene. The first book that is related to Molly and May is Our Class is a Family. This book discusses the importance of friendship a class has on students and the importance of being kind to people who make you feel loved. I believe it is important students in early stage 1 are exposed to multimodal texts on friendship, as these are the years where learning about how to be kind is fundamental. The second book that is related to Molly and May is Two Mates. This story also involves the theme of friendship, and it allows the early stage 1 students to have the opportunity to view differences in individuals and how they are symbolised in stories. For the cross-curriculum activity, I will be focusing on drama. As a class, the teacher will ask students to sit in the special chair and they will ask the student to pretend to be Molly or May. The teacher will ask questions to the student such as, why did you decide to play with May? Where was the train going? How long was the train ride? Students will all have a turn to perform and answer the questions. After the questions, students will work in groups to perform a scene from the story. Encouraging the students to perform in a drama lesson requires each student to contribute in some way, allowing students to showcase their strengths through creative arts.